ಹೋಗ್ಬಿಡಿ ಹೋಗಂಗಿದ್ರೆ ಹಿಂಗೆ. Hi, good morning, everyone. Are you able to hear me? Hello. Hello, good morning.
Morning, sir.
Yeah. So you're able to hear me, right? Let us wait for 5 minutes.
Yes,
So let everyone join. Then we shall start the class.
I'll tell you how. This is mute. ఇది video mute. Video.
Hi, Naushita, how are you?
I'm fine, sir.
So let us wait for another 4 or 5 minutes, okay? Then we'll start. I'm able to see Naveka laughing. Welcome. Then who is Ruri, Kanchan Bhai, Shailesh, Manasa? So I'll share my screen to you. So you people are able to see my screen?
Yes.
Yeah.
If I can able to see.
Okay. It's already 9:30. Okay.
So let others join. So we'll start the class today. So I welcome you all for the Pragati PU College online classes of bridge course today. And this course is for 2 weeks, starting from today. And this is exclusively for the students who have completed their 10th standard and those who will be going for their first PU or class 11. So we are made into 2 branches. One is science, other is commerce. So both the classes will be starting simultaneously today. So those who are interested in science, so you can opt the subjects which you want to join. If you want to attend commerce classes, you can join commerce classes as well. That is left to you. One day you can attend here, or another day you can attend science. So both you can have the flavors. Or 2 days, 3 days you can attend science, and 3 days you can attend commerce based on your interest. After that, you can decide whether you want to get into science stream or commerce stream. Clear? So before starting the class, I think few of you Pragati students know me. And for the other students, those who don't know me, my name is Prashant. I have got total 18 years of experience. And I am the director of Pragati School, PU College and Degree College. My qualifications are, I am a diploma in mechanical engineering. After that, I did my bachelor's of mechanical engineering. Now I am doing my master's of commerce, then bachelor's of education. And I am a gold medalist, gold medal received from President of India long back for the best engineers in India. Okay, and let us start the class. So this is the first slide. Before getting into accountancy, first we need to understand what is a business. So you're able to see the screen, the business screen. Are you able to see the money here?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so this is the first screen. Let us start the class now. So before getting into the accountancy, we need to understand what is business first of all. If business is there, money will come. Money is there, then only you are going to maintain the accounts. Simple. So we will understand business. So what is a business? Business is nothing but making profit, getting money. Money is nothing but business. Making money is called as business. So what is, you're seeing the pictures here. What is shown here? The girl is giving a money and she is buying the oranges from the boy. That means that is called as trade. Okay, so in business, the trade means you need to give money and you need to buy the product. So buying and selling is called as trade. You can see here the definition. What is trade? Buying and selling of goods is called as trading. Okay, so what we need to buy? We need money to buy. See, we need money to buy. What we have to buy? We need to buy the product, right? Product should be there to buy, or product should be there to sell it. Product can be anything. Now you are seeing the fruits. It can be chocolates, it can be cycle, it can be TV, it can be laptop, it can be mobile. Anything can be called as product. Clear? So what is trade? Trade is nothing but buying and selling. Very good. Buying and selling of goods. That is called as trading or trade. Now come to the commerce. What does the commerce say? Commerce means buying and selling of goods. Just now we saw, right? What is buying and selling of goods? Trade. Correct? So buying and selling of goods is called trade. So that means commerce is nothing but trading plus other activities such as insurance, transportation, warehousing, advertising. And there are etc. means there are still more things. As of now, if you understand so this much, that is more than sufficient. So what is commerce? Commerce is nothing but trading, buying and selling of goods plus insurance, transportation, warehousing, then advertisement. So coming to insurance, what is insurance? If you're, for example, you are a vendor, you're selling the fruits to your customers. Suddenly your shop gets on fire. What will happen? You will be under loss, right? So to prevent that loss, you have to get the insurance. Even vehicles also will get the insurance, right? So we need to get the insurance to cover our loss, and we need transportation. Will the fruits come as it is? No, it has to be transported from one place to other place. So transportation is very, very important. Then warehousing. What is warehousing? Warehousing nothing but storage house. We need to store the products. We need to store the products in some room. So you're seeing this room. This is a very, very big room. Very big room used for storage is called as warehouse. That is called as warehousing. And coming to the advertisement, you need to advertise your product to make it sell, isn't it? Without advertisement, will your product sell? Think that you have opened a new company and you are producing a pen and you need to sell it to the market. What do you need? You need marketing. Okay. So you understood now what is commerce? Commerce is nothing but a trade. That means buying and selling of goods along with other activities such as insurance, transportation, warehouse, advertisement. That is called as commerce. Clear, children? So let me move to the second slide. Now let us see, already we saw business has trade and commerce. You're able to see the second slide?
Yes, sir.
Second page? Okay. So the second slide shows the business has trade and commerce. Commerce is nothing but trade plus other activities. Have this clear understanding. Commerce is nothing but trade plus other activities such as insurance, transportation, warehousing, and advertisement. Clear? So already we saw this in the first slide. Now coming to the definition of business. What is business? Business is the exchange of goods. That means trading, exchange of goods or services or money. Even money also can be exchanged. We give Indian rupees and we take dollars. Dollars is the currency of which country?
America.
Nation. America, very good. US. Okay. And euros is the currency of which nation? Euro. That is Europe. Okay. India, what is the currency? Rupees. Rupees, correct? So we can exchange money also. Money exchange also is called as business. So what does the definition say? Business is the exchange of goods or services. Goods you can understand. It is exchange of goods. That means if you give money, we can buy cycle, we can buy onion, we can buy potato, we can buy fruits, we can buy anything. That is goods. What do you mean by services? What is services? Like hospitals, they give the service, right? And you are seeing, yeah, are you able to see this picture here, animation? This is a call center, right? They give the technical support. That is called as service industries. So one is goods, exchange of goods, services, or exchange of money. Why they do it? For profit, right? That is called as business, as per Skinner and Ivancevich. So what is business now? The definition of business is the exchange of goods, services, or money for mutual benefit. Mutual means what? What is mutual? Between two, both should get benefited. That is called as mutual. Mutual benefit or profit. So that is called as business. And you can see different types of industries here. Are you able to see this picture, which is at the right top corner? So you can see. Ketan, please put your computer on mute, please. All the students, please put on mute, please. Otherwise, it will disturb the class. Thank you. And children, if you see this picture, what is happening here? This is the machine which is doing some work here. So there is machining. And if you see here, the second picture below, this is the call center. Okay. She is giving, the lady is giving some support or service to the customer. That is the one thing. And third picture on the right bottom corner, you can see all the three people are working on some analysis of the data. And some target has been set. You can see here the target has been set. And this lady is working on something which is time bound. And this fellow is working on something, is clearly observing what is happening. So all are doing some work. And this is the analytical industry. Okay. And coming to the left, what is happening here? You can see here some product has been made here and the machine is working, right? So this is the mechanical industry. So there are different types of industries which is called as business. Mechanical, that is industry business. This is analytical business, and this one is call center business, and this is manufacturing business. So there are so many types of business where you can earn money. Okay, see here the picture is I am showing here. This lady is going beyond money. That means if you are going to start a business, that means we are doing the work to get profit or to earn money. That is the main motive of the business. Understood, children? So let us go to the next slide now. Now, what is accountancy? The subject which I am teaching now, I am going to teach very basics for you so that it becomes very easy for you people in first PUC. So what is accountancy? Don't worry about the definitions and all, just understand what is accountancy. You can see the picture here on the left side. There is a pen, there is some lot of numbers has been given here. Okay, and some analysis has been done here. The graph is showing what is it? This is called as a line graph. You might have done in 10th standard, right? The line graph. See, the graph is going upwards. That means the business is picking up. So what is accounts? Accounts is nothing but it gives the information about the money used. We need money to run the business, isn't it? So how the money has been utilized and how much profit the business has earned, or how much the business has occurred the loss. So all this information is given by accountancy. Okay, accountancy. And you can see here all that information is required by whom? It is required by the interested users. You can see here the company is here. It can be anything, any company. It can be mechanical company, it can be a call center, anything. You can see here this is called as a company. Who and all are there in the company? Employees are there, managers are there, and so many other people will be there in the, and owners will be there in the company, right? Those people are called as internal stakeholders. That means they are within the company. That's why they are called internal. Internal means inside. Stakeholders means They are the people who are having the rights. Right holders are called as stakeholders. And other thing is external stakeholders. Who are external stakeholders? Those are nothing but public. Who comes? Who all comes here? Suppliers, society, government, creditors, shareholders, customers. Everything comes under public. So don't worry about much here. I will explain beautifully and very easily in the next classes. Okay. So don't worry. So understand what is accountancy now? Accountancy is the one where the accounts are maintained and it gives us the information about the money used, the profit earned, or the loss occurred. Okay, so that is called as accountancy. If you go for the definition, accounting is a process of identifying, measuring, recording, and communicating the required information relating to the economic events of an organization to the interested users of such information. So don't worry about this definition. Whatever I told, you just understand. So what is accountancy? In a very, very simple way, accountancy is the one which maintains the accounts of the company and it gives the information on the money used, the profit earned, or the loss occurred. All this information is given to the interested users. That's it. That is accountancy. Clear? So now let us move to the next slide. Hello? Okay. So you're able to see the next slide now. So business in olden days. So you're able to see, children. So business in olden days. How the business was happening in olden days? Did they have any money in olden days? Like some 2000 years back, 3000 years back, did they have any money? There was no money at all. But how they used to do the business? The business was called as a barter system. I think you people might have learned this in your 5th standard or 6th standard, isn't it? So what is barter system? Barter means exchange. What is the meaning of barter? Barter means exchange. What is that exchange? Exchange goods or services for other goods or services. Money is not coming into picture at all. See, example 1. What is that you are seeing? See, this fellow has bought some apples in the basket and this gentleman has bought cock or hen, right? And both are going to exchange. Okay, think that the business, the barter is happening today, and this fellow, left side fellow, will have the chicken today at his home after cutting the cock or hen. And what is right side fellow will eat today? He will eat apples today. Why? Because they have exchanged the goods, right? And coming to the second picture here, see that two girls are there. See, one girl is giving the bread to the other girl, and the other girl is giving the flower to this girl. So whatever you like, you can exchange. So that is called as barter system. This how the business was happening in the olden days. And coming to the third picture, you can see this gentleman is having orange in his hand. And what is this lady is having? She's having the banana. They're exchanging the fruits. The fruits is in business, this is called as product. So the exchange of apple and banana is called as barter system. Earlier days, you can see how the people used to travel to exchange the goods. They used to travel village to village, then town to town, city to city, then state to state, country to country to have the barter system. There was no money, just they were exchanging the goods. They were using the transportation. See, they were using camels, they were using donkeys, and you can see the right picture. They used to have the camels, donkeys, horses, everything to carry the goods, and even the boats and ships for them to travel from one place to the other place. So the right picture, the topmost picture, what I'm showing here in the laser. So what is this route? This route is called as a silk route. What is a silk route? It is a land road, that is a road connected between the Europe country to China. From Europe to China, there is a land route. That route is called as a Silk Route. Why? Because they used to exchange silk for the other products. That's why it was called as a Silk Route. That we'll study in deeper in business studies. Okay. So hope you understand how the business was happening in the older days. Now let us move to the next slide here. So we'll just start understanding how the company evolved and what are the terminologies used in accountancy. Before getting into the accountancy in depth, 2 or 3 classes you need to understand the basics, and you need to understand the language of accountancy. That means there'll be a lot of words they'll be using. See, if you tell Wipro company, so how many of you know Wipro company? I think most of them know Wipro company. Infosys, I think everyone knows Infosys. Tata Consultancy Services, that is TCS, many of you know. Big Bazaar, many of you know. And you can see the car company which is happening. All the cars has been manufactured here. That is Toyota. Toyota you might be knowing, right? Cars. And the first picture you're seeing this some process industries where the steam has been generated and the electricity is produced. So there are different companies. So company has got different names. It can be called as industry. It can be called as, in business terms, it is called as entity. What it is called? It is called as entity. ENTITY, entity. Okay. So entity, in business terms, we call it as entity. It can be industry. It can be a company. It can be called as organization. They call it as, in news and all you might be listening, they call it as Infosys organization or Wipro organization has made profit, right? And firm is also called as company. You might have listened to ITC firm has made 30% profit, Big Bazaar firm or big Wipro enterprises, Infosys enterprises. So everything comes under same thing. Okay. So you should get used to these words because you people are getting into commerce field, knowing the commerce field. So all these terms you should know. So entity, what is entity? Entity means a reality. It is a reality. That means the company should be in real. The entity means a reality having a definite individual existence. That means you should have its brand. That means ITC means you should know. Yes, the ITC, I know the company. What does it make? It makes cigarettes, it makes juices, it makes biscuits, it makes chocolates, right? And Infosys, what does Infosys make? Does it make any? It is an service industry. Wipro, Infosys, TCS, all are service industries. Why? Because they are into the software organization. They are into software business. So as I said, software is a service oriented company. Okay. So all these are called as entity. So it is an identifiable business enterprise. That means it should be have an identity. If you know, if you tell ITC, you should know that yes, it is a company. If I tell Wipro, you should tell yes, it is a company. Okay. So that is called as entity. So what is the first term you use today? You learned today in business accountancy. The first term you learned is called as, what is called as entity. Clear? So what is called as entity? Okay. So entity is nothing but a company which is having a definite existence and it is an identifiable business enterprise. So that is called as entity. Clear? Now coming to the next slide. What is a transaction? Hope you are seeing this slide now onto your screens. So what is transaction? What is transaction? Transaction is nothing but it happens between two people. You might have seen, right? Transaction. You might have heard your father telling or mother telling, I have transacted the money so that we'll get some products. Every one of you might have used the Amazon or the Flipkart, right? What you have done? You have done a transaction. That means you have made a payment online and you will get a product. You can see here the first picture, you're giving the money. It might be in form of cash or it can be done on internet or it can be done on a machine, swiping machine. So once you transfer the money, what you'll get? You'll get a product. This is nothing but trading. The trading happening. between the two people, where one person is giving the money in the form of cash, or it can be a online transfer, or by using a machine, that is called as a trading, right? Buying and selling of product, that is trading. So in this world, we call it as transaction. Transaction means transferring money. You can see this picture where the money has been sent here and the money has been received by the other person. And what you get in turn, you will get a product or service, that is called as transaction. You might have heard money transaction, right? So we'll see the definition. Transaction means an event. That means it is an event or an activity or dealing. It can be called as deal also, right? So event, activity or deal involving the exchange of money between two persons, or it might be from between the two businesses. That is called as transaction. You might have heard credit transaction. Have you done the money transaction, money transfer? So you might have heard these kind of sentences, right? So credit transaction means buy now, pay later, using the credit card. You might bought some Amazon items. So that is called as credit transaction. That means you are going to buy with the credit card and pay later. That is credit transaction. Okay? Credit andre English ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ? ಕ್ರೆಡಿಟ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಸಾಲ. Okay, ಸಾಲ. So credit transaction. And second one is cash transaction. What is cash transaction? That means buy now, pay now. Immediately you need to pay the cash in order to get the product. So that is called as cash transaction. So you know now what is transaction. So transaction is nothing but an event or an activity involving the exchange of money between two persons. Clear? So what are the things you learned today? You learned about transaction and the entity. So you learned two terms in accountancy. What is entity? Entity is nothing but a business enterprise, right? Which has got an individual existence. Example of an entity: Wipro, Infosys, TCS, Big Bazaar, or it can be anything, Toyota, etc. And what is transaction? Transaction means an event or an activity dealing the exchange of money between two persons or two businesses. That is called as transaction. In transaction, two types of transactions are there. One is credit transaction, other one is cash transaction. What is credit transaction? Credit means you are buying the product now, but you'll pay it later. You buy the product now, but do the payment later. Maybe next month, after 30 days, after 60 days, or after 90 days, you are going to pay the money. Excuse me. Excuse me. That is called as credit transaction. For you people to simply understand what is a credit transaction: buy now, pay later. And what is cash transaction? Cash transaction is buy now, pay now. Clear? What is that? Buy now, pay now. That is what is cash transaction. Clear? So next we'll move to the next slide now. So hope everyone are able to see the next slide, because it takes some time for the screen to appear on your screen. Hope I think everyone are seeing the next slide, new slide here. So now the new term is assets. Many times you might have seen the news readers saying assets has been burnt, or assets has been lost by the owner because of the burning of the company, because of the fire in the company. Assets. And you might have seen in newspaper also assets. So what is assets? What is asset? Many of you people have your own house, and many of you have the land, agricultural land, or some sites you might be having. What is that? It is an useful and valuable thing. The useful and the valuable thing is called as asset. Clear? The useful and the valuable thing is called as asset. Clear? So what is, we'll see the definition. What is an asset? Assets are economic resources of an enterprise. Okay, assets are Assets are economic resources of an enterprise. So they are used by this business in its operation. That means, if, for example, you are seeing this picture, you can see the picture. What is this? A land is there. And if you see, have you seen this building, right side corner building? Have you seen? I think most of you might have seen. This is ITPL building. Clear? This is ITPL building. Okay. So the land, the building, and it can be the machinery. Okay, it can be machinery, and it can be furniture. Okay, everything is called as asset. Asset is the thing which requires, asset is the thing which is required by a business. Land is required for a business because building has to be constructed. Why building is required? Because inside the people has to be there to work, and inside the machines has to be there to produce the product, right? So that's why assets are very, very important. They are used by the business for its operation. Operation means not cutting the body. Okay, that is biology. Operation means what? In business, the day-to-day activity is called as operation. That means manufacturing a product is called as operation. Now I understood what is an asset. Asset is an useful and valuable thing. Asset is an useful and valuable thing which is required by a business. Land is required, example land, building, machinery, okay, and the warehouse, everything is called as assets. We have two types of assets here. One is fixed asset, other thing is current asset. What is fixed asset? Which cannot be moved very easily. Okay, that means land. Can you move the land? You cannot move the land from one place to other place. If you are going to Rajasthan, can you take the land from Bangalore and go to Rajasthan? You cannot do that. And building will be there for your business. Okay, you cannot, can you move the building? Can you take the building from here to Rajasthan? You cannot take it. Okay, so that's why it is called as fixed assets. Okay, fixed asset. Examples are land, building, machines. Machinery means machines. Furniture. Furniture means table, chair. Okay, everything which is required for the business. So all these are called as fixed assets. Assets held on long-term basis. That means it will be there for very, very long time. Even for, it might be there for 50 years, 100 years. You will be running the business. After that, who will look after your business? Your son or daughter will look after the business. Then what happens to that business? Again, your granddaughter or grandson will look after that business. That means all that building and land will be there for very long time, right? So that's why it is called as long-term basis. Fixed assets are long-term basis. What is current assets? Current means current. What is current? Not electric current getting shock. No. What is current means present. In business studies or in accountancy or in commerce, if we say current means current affairs. Have you heard of current affairs? That means current political things, what are happening in state or in country, it is called as current affairs. So like this, current means present, present day, present, what is happening. So what are current assets? Assets, we know it is a useful and valuable thing. Current means present. So that means assets held on short-term basis. What are the current? What is current assets? Examples: debtors, bills receivable, stock, cash, etc. are called current assets. That means it is readily available. If you want cash, cash is readily available in the business, right? If you go to the accounts department and take some money, so cash is readily available. And you are seeing this stock. Stock means storing the products in a business, that is called a stock. So you can see here all the stock has been kept here. Stock, that means immediately if you sell, if you sell it today, you will get money today itself. That is stocks. Bills receivable, that means already you have sold some product to some people, and what is required? Money is required. That means they are going to give us the money today or tomorrow. That means we are having the readily receivable cash. So that is called as assets. So there are two types of assets. One is fixed asset, current asset. So now you tell me, what is an asset? Asset is an useful and valuable thing which is used for business operation. What is an asset? It is a useful and valuable thing used for business operation. that is called as asset. There are two types of asset. One is fixed asset, other one is current asset. What is fixed asset? They are actually used in operation. They are actually used in business operation. So assets held on long-term basis. Example, land, building, machinery, furnitures, etc. What is a current asset? Assets held on short-term basis. Example, debtors, bills receivable, stock, cash, etc. So these are called as assets. So what are the things we learned, children, today? So we learned what is business, right? And what is trade, what is commerce, and accountancy terms used in accountancy. Three terms we used. We learned today. One is entity. Second one is transaction. Third one is assets. Right? In transaction, two types of transaction: credit transaction, cash transaction. In assets, two types of assets: fixed assets and current assets. I think you people understood, and don't worry. So once the bridge course is complete, we are going to give the notes and all, so that it becomes very easy for you people. Right now, what is required from your side is just concentrate whatever we tell. Let at least those terms get into your mind, okay, so that it becomes easy for you in first PUC. Okay, and I think I'm done for today. Just give me some minute. I'm going to take the attendance now. So if anyone want to speak, please speak. There are, I think, only 2 minutes are left. Anything more? Anyone want to tell anything? Please go ahead and tell. So are you able to understand, children, today? Are you able to get
Yes,
what
sir.
I'm telling?
Yes, sir.
Good. Just a minute. I'll take some photo for the attendance. Yeah. And one more request is, please don't put your phone numbers, phone names. See, I'm seeing many of the people are putting Vivo 1714. Okay, and Redmi. I don't know your names. And Moto G. So I cannot know what is your name. So please, I request you to put your names there. Okay. Go to profile and put your name. For example, your name is Prashant. So please put Prashant and from which school. Okay. Pragati school means you put Pragati school. If it is Sharda Vidya Mandira means put as Sharda Vidya Mandira. So that it becomes very easy for me to take the attendance. Clear? Thank you so much, children, for being with me today. And tomorrow we'll meet at the same time. Okay, thank you so much. And I'm going to end the class now. And the next class is going to start now. And please see your bridge course WhatsApp now. Okay, and the link will be there for the next class. The link will be sent now. So please see it and join the next class. Thank you so much.
Okay.